Eddie Rabbitt, driving my life away. All right, let's play through all the different sections here. I'll get the chord sections and the solo sections all squared away for you. Just jam right through those. After that, I'll go back through and guide you through it a little more, give you some details and explanation. Before we get into the song, pretty please help out the channel, hit that subscription button. Be much appreciated. All right, and let's get on into this. Driving my life away. Okay, so we could start with the progressions here. The intro, we're just basically strumming away on a open E chord here. Okay, you just want to do, about 4 measures worth of that. And the strumming's pretty loose, just kind of a shuffle, just just keep it kind of driving, pretty shuffly there. All right, so about 4 measures for the intro of that. The verse comes along and it continues with that E chord for 4 measures. All right, and then we're going to jump to an A chord for just a couple measures. Back to the E for a couple measures. All right, and you would repeat the E for 4 measures, A for 2 measures, and E for 2 measures. You repeat that twice throughout the verse. And once the chorus comes along, we'll stick with that E, but this time we're just going to do the E for a couple measures off the top. And from there, we do a D chord for a couple measures. Okay, to the A for a couple measures. To the E for a couple measures. All right, in the chorus, basically, we do that E, D, A, E, just go through that twice. All right, so let's just try this whole thing up to speed here. Okay, and interlaced throughout the song here, we get these little guitar leads that come in. The first one is in the first chorus, and it's kind of like the last half, that second time we go through the chorus there. Okay, and initially it just kind of does some basic little scale things. For starters, you want to do kind of a palm muted here. Okay, so just lightly have your hand over the bridge. Okay, and we're going to do open A, open D to 4 on the A. Okay, and then 2 to 4A, and then finish on a 3 of the E. Okay, it's this little scale down thing that happens. Alright, and the next one comes along, it just does this slide up, and these are all happening kind of towards the back end of the progression. Alright, so this one, it's a slide up on the A from 2 to 5. And from there, you hit the 5 again and slide it up to 9. Alright, and the last one is this little hammer on 7 to 9 on the E, and then hit the 7 on the A. Okay, so there's these little tiny bits that happen the first time around. Alright, and when the solos happen, there are two just kind of small little ones there. The progression we want to do, we jump up to a new chord here. It'll be a C sharp minor. Okay, so 4 on the A, 6 on the D and G, 5 on the B with the 4 on the high E. And you do about a measure and a half of that. Alright, and then we do this little transition chord, which will be a B. And this will happen kind of on that last beat or two of the second measure. So just the B there, the 2 on the A, 4s on the D, G, B. Okay, we just kind of hit it, hold it a beat, and then it takes us to A. Alright, and we do that A for about a measure and a half. Alright, and then we hit a G chord. You can just hit about half of it, that's fine. Alright, and that'll be the last beat of that second measure of the A. And that'll take us to the open E chord for a couple of measures. Okay, let's try that up to speed so you can hear the flow of it. Okay, and as far as the lead parts for these solos here, they get a little more busier as they go on. Initially, we just do this little run where it's slide up to 6 on the G, hit the 5B, hold that a moment, and then we do 7B back to that 6G. Alright, and then we finish on the 5 of the B. Just hang with that, give it some vibrato. Alright, and after that, we do this riff here, which this is going to happen in this first solo and the second solo, where initially we start this hammer on from open to 1 on the G, hit the high E open, and then finish on the 3 of the B. Alright, and we repeat that twice just to finish out the solo. Alright, we carry it over into the next verse and start the next verse with that twice, and once we get to the A chord in the verse, we do this little bit where we do a pull off from 2 open G, hit the 2 D, and then finish on the 2 of the B. Okay. And once the second chorus comes along, we switch up the lead part a little bit. We just kind of get higher with it. So we'll do this where we go 4 to 6 D and then 4 on the G. And you can bust these out just as soon as the second chorus starts. Okay, then we move it down 2 4D, 2 G. Okay, and then we take it up here, and we go 2 4A to 2D. Right, and these are kind of right after he has the vocal, you know, and there's that little space. We just put it in there. Second solo comes along. We do a little bit of a scale down here. We do 4 to 6 on the G, back to 4G, and then we'll come up, hit a couple 4s on the D, 4 on the A, and then finish on a 2 of the D. Alright, and then of course we'll finish this the same way we finished the other one, with our couple times, do it a couple times into the next verse, and do our at the A in that next verse. Okay, so after that initial little scale down, everything stays the same as we did in the first solo. Alright, and the final choruses, the outro choruses, cut loose a little more some of the soloing. We initially start just like the little riffs that we do in the second chorus, but once the progressions get to the end of each progression there, we can add these little bits. Okay, so the first time it goes through, it comes all the way up to 12s here on the D, G, and B, and you just kind of want to like hit them, cut them, hit them, cut them, almost like you're hitting like a car horn or something. All right, it's like, okay, that type of vibe. All right, and the second time through, we'll do a little bit of a scale down where we do open high E, and then we go 4 2, slide down. Okay, slide 4 to 2 on the G, and then pull off to open, and then finish on 2 of the D. And you want to just reel that off a couple times. Okay, you just crank that out at a couple times towards the end of it. Okay, fun little riff. Alright, and third time through, come on up here back to those 12s. Hit the 12s on the B and the E, and then just do a bend on the G. Alright, and once you get to the top of that bend with the 11 on the G, alright, then you can just strum it a few times, keep bending it, just kind of do a little shuffle with it. Okay, that type of country little vibe. Alright, and the last thing that happens is this scale. We go 9-11 on the A to 9D, 9-11D to 9G, 9-11G, and then we hit 12B, 9G, 12B, and then do the bend at 11G. Okay, so slowly it'd be like. Okay, so just a kind of a big scale up at the end there. Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. Like it, share it, leave a comment. It's always good to hear from you. Do me a favor and hit the subscription button. I put out a video pretty frequent, so you don't want to miss out on that. Check out the links in the description box below. I have really cool links for tablature books, all the gear I use, t-shirts, fun stuff like that. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.